Greetings, everyone. Tim Anderson here, aka Renfell, and welcome. It is time to announce the next adventure that we're about to embark on, which is part of something much bigger. So, those of you who have been hanging out for a while, especially since March of this year, you know that we have been working on Project Dramond, and part of Project Dramond is the tabletop component. And we have been rumoring around and discussing with folks in our Discord and beyond how we are working our way towards doing an actual campaign version of Project Dramond in early 2022. If this is your first time tuning in, Project Dramond is the code name for a project that my wife, my brother, and I have been working on since March 1st of 2021, which is a multi-part thing. It is a high fantasy world which has a 5th edition tabletop setting along with campaign modules, a novel that is currently being published in chapter format via Patreon, and the point and click adventure game, which is something else we're doing along with all of this stuff. Now, we've done over 100 episodes on YouTube. We're getting very close to 100 episodes on Patreon, so you can find out all the information you need to know about Project Dramond in those places. We've done a playtest of our first module through August and September. And again, we're moving towards that campaign in early 2022. But before we get to that point, we are going to be assembling a group of adventurers who are going to be joining us on that campaign. But before we get to that campaign, we're going to be going through and playing the Lost Mine of Phandelver with Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition for a variety of reasons. One is we've got some people who are joining us who have never played tabletop before, and two, a lot of us are unfamiliar with 5th edition. We're not intimately up to speed on it, and so this is a great sort of way to get everybody in, put the training wheels on, run through one of the easiest campaigns that Dungeons and Dragons offers, gets everybody up to speed on 5th edition, gets everybody up to speed with the virtual tabletop platform that we're going to be using for the campaign next year and beyond. So here's where things get interesting. We've already got some folks who are joining us for the adventure. Myself, my wife, who has never played tabletop before ever, she's a little nervous because English is not her first language. She's never played tabletop. She's not familiar with virtual tabletop, but be that as it may, she's not the only person that's never done any of this before. And then my brother, who will be joining us periodically from time to time as he has time. His schedule's a little hectic, but he will be in there with us as often as he can. And we're also going to be joined by Simmerg from over at the Looking for More podcast, and also the Nathan Napalm, who I also know from the Looking for More podcast. Now, we are currently recruiting additional party members who want to join us for this campaign. Lost Mine of Phandelver is 20 to 30 hours, depending on the amount of role play that you do and everything else. Considering that a lot of us are new to 5th edition and new to virtual tabletop in particular, I should say, I would anticipate this to be more on the 30-hour side of things because we will be going into this and sort of using this as, again, training wheels and not running through it on a speed run. We're not all D&D veterans, so this is going to be something that's going to be fun to watch. So that being said, we're looking to assemble a party of 8 to 9 adventurers, so we do still have room for a few more folks who want to join us. Tentatively, here's the start date and times that we're looking at. Tentatively, we're going to be playing at 9 p.m. on Sunday nights, and the sessions will be 2 to 3 hours in length. We might alternatively choose to play on Wednesday nights around that same time bracket. It's going to depend on all of the people we assemble and how everybody's schedules work. But for those of you who might be interested in joining us, the time slots we're looking at are 9 to 11, 9 to midnight, 9 p.m. Central to 11 or 12 at night, and then, of course, either Sundays or Wednesdays. We are planning on starting either late October or early November, and knowing that this campaign is going to run for around 30 hours is what we anticipate. If we broke those into even 2.5 hour sessions. We're looking at probably 12 sessions. We're estimating roughly 3 months to go through the mine of Phandelver. So if we start, let's say, early November, we would go through November, December into January, and probably take maybe a session here and there, depending on how those dates fall for Thanksgiving and Christmas and things of that nature. But for the most part, we would be looking at that November, December, January bracket. We would finalize around February, and then we would be rolling from there into our homebrew campaign with the set of adventurers who are joining us for this adventure. So if this sounds like something that you might want to be a part of, coming into a D&D setting and playing with some people who might be new to the realm of Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop in general, but you just want to have a good time, let us know. We're particularly interested in people who enjoy role playing, who aren't camera shy. You got to be on camera. This is remote, but everyone's going to be on voice chat. We're going to be using Discord for the actual voice and visuals. We're really looking forward to people who want to come in and cosplay their character, show up in costume, role play, do voice acting, all of that stuff. We want this to be a spectacle. It's going to be something fun to tune in and watch every Sunday night. We will be live streaming on Twitch, and then the episodes will be going live on YouTube about a week after that. And they will not be here on this channel. Everything's going to be on our upcoming Twitch and YouTube channels, which we will be revealing in mid to late October as we finalize the branding for Project Dramond. And once that happens, we will be rolling over and starting this new venture there. So if this sounds like something you want to be interested in, let us know. There's links below. You can find me over on Discord. That's going to be the best place to communicate with me, is to hop into our Discord, send me a direct message, and let me know that you're interested, and we can get about talking and figuring out things from there. Again, we already have about half of our adventuring party assembled, so we're still looking for a handful of additional adventurers who want to join us. And again, remember, this isn't just about playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's starting with D&D. We're starting with the Lost Mine of Phandelver to get our new players into the system and get them used to the rule set and everything else. But this is more about finding a good group of people who are ready to commit to a greater adventure beyond, which is going to be starting in early 2022 when we wrap up the Lost Mine of Phandelver. And then we're going to be rolling into the Project Dramond homebrew 5th edition setting, and that campaign is going to be going on throughout the entirety of 2022 and beyond. We don't necessarily have an end date for that yet. So if all that sounds fun to you, let us know. Join the Discord, send me a direct message, and we will chat in greater detail about you potentially joining our adventuring party as we prepare to head out on a great adventure in tabletop. Thanks so much for your time, everybody. See you in Discord.